Hello everybody, it's so nice to see you again. And if you've never seen me before, it's wonderful to meet you. In this video, I'm going to be trying out 5 more hairstyles from iconic 1940s movies. If you haven't watched part 1 of this series, I recommend you give it a watch. Like last time, I'll be trying my best to replicate hairdos featured in popular films of the 40s, including some of your suggestions. When I was considering which films to pick for this video, I aimed to choose a range of hairstyles that were all somewhat different from each other. I also wanted them spread over the 1940s decade, but somehow 3 of them are from 1946. Anyway, let's get started. The first hairstyle I'm featuring in this video belongs to the 1941 screwball classic, The Lady Eve, starring Barbara Stanwyck and Henry Fonda. I can't even begin to tell you how much I love this movie. The dialogue is terrific and the costumes are divine. If you've never watched this movie before, please do. It's marvelous. I'll be aiming to recreate the hairstyle that Jean wears in the first part of the movie, when she's on the ship. This hairstyle looks to be a half poodle with loose waves at the back. Let's begin. I purposely left my hair unstyled so I can put it into the half poodle easier. Let's get rid of the back for now. Now, I do half poodle hairstyles on myself all the time, so hopefully this will come easy to me. I can see Barbara Stanwyck's half poodle is quite up on her head. How do I do it again? I have forgotten, it's been so long. There. I'm just going to obscure the parting by just putting my hair onto it. I'm not a fan of the straightness. It's supposed to be Pride Month. It looks so bad. I'm going to take the individual sections and curl them with my fingers. What is this? I set my hair for like 12 hours. Okay, that's not working out like I wanted it to. Usually I wouldn't pin the individual strands, but because my hair's so strangely straight today, I'm going to. So I might take it out and fluff it out again. It's never fun to take the whole thing out because it's just so frustrating. But I want to get this right. Or at least as right as I can. My hair is so straight. Look at that. Yikes. It's always on the days I'm filming too. When I'm just having a relaxed day at home, my hair looks absolutely perfect. And then I want to get it on camera and it's this. On a normal day, my hair would be in a nice shape already at this point, but because it is not a normal day, it's not. At least the back is nice and loose, which the hairstyle calls for. I don't have much hair left at the back, to be honest. Gee whiz. We are trying our best to somehow... Hers looks so neat. And mine, well, you can see it. Alright, I'm going to tidy it up best I can. Wish me luck. My arm hurts. Last one. Almost too neat now. Now for the back, and then let's have a look. And there we are, the Lady Eve. My final thoughts on this hairstyle are generally positive. Although my initial roller set didn't give me a lot to work with, I made the most of my situation and was able to create a hairstyle that looks very similar to the original. I feel like if I had had a stronger curl in my hair at the time, it would have looked even more accurate. Next up is 1943's The More the Merrier, which I watched for the first time this morning. Jean Arthur's character has a lot of different hairstyles throughout the movie, but the one she wears most often is a poodle. Now, I personally don't do this style very much on myself because I feel like it doesn't really suit my face shape. Nevertheless, let's see how this one goes. So, as you can see, I've still got my rollers in for maximum curliness. Here we go! By the way, I have no idea what I'm doing. It's all trial and error. So I'm going to try to do the front sections first and pin them up like a half poodle, and then I'll do the back into a full poodle. And twist, and there. Alright, next side. Twist and pin. And I want the fluffy bits to be nice in the middle. Now the back. It looks quite horrendous, I have to say. I actually think I've got something there. As long as we, of course, disregard the back. I hate the bumps at the back of my hair. Can't seem to make them smooth. Unless I simply just... This could be a horrendous mistake. Ah, but it isn't. Is it? Actually, no. I'm going to do the same with this. Okay, maybe. Huh. I can't back down now. So bumpy at the back. Highly irritating. There. I know what you're thinking. It sucks. But bear with me. I'm going to tidy it up. Kind of pull everything together. And then... who knows, maybe it will turn out looking decent. Sort of, kind of getting there. I just want to make it a bit more flat and a bit more neat. Because Jean Arthur's hair was very neat compared to this absolute wild bush. So her hair is very forward and central. And I think I've kind of done that, but this is so messy. I just want to make it a bit smaller and neater. I have one very shallow criticism to make, and that is my hair is so wispy that it looks shapeless. You can't really see the individual little curls and all this. It's very annoying about my hair. But I promise. Up close it looks a lot more accurate. At least it does in the mirror. Okay, I think I'm finished. Oh. There we go, a little finishing touch. I think this hairstyle was a solid effort. It was my first real attempt at a proper 1940s poodle, and I must say I'm delighted it turned out well. As for accuracy, I wouldn't say it looks exactly like Jean Arthur's hairdo, but it's certainly a good imitation. I'm still not really sold that it suits me, but it's still good to know that I can do it. The next hairstyle is from the 1946 musical comedy Easy to Wed, starring Van Johnson, Esther Williams, Keenan Wynn and Lucille Ball. Now, a fun fact about this movie is that it's actually a remake of the 1936 classic Libeled Lady. This movie is full of many gorgeous hairstyles, but the one I chose to try and recreate is a cute braided updo Esther Williams wears in a swimming scene. I chose this one in particular because it's an iconic hairstyle that Esther has worn in many of her other movies. Let's begin. Her hair seems to be parted on the left. The thick side of the hair seems to be in some sort of comb. Ugh. To give it some lift and volume. Just like this. Maybe not. There we go. Nice and tight. Then the rest of the hair I'm going to put into 2 braids. My hair is not as thick or long, but I'm going to see what I can do. Other side. Let's put it over. Of course, there's this at the back. You can't even see that I did a braid. But my theory is that Esther Williams had a hairpiece, so fake hair on her head to make it look bigger, or her hair was just very thick, and my hair is quite thin, so it does look a little bit disappointing. Unless I can push it forward. But I doubt that will do much. Now, a cute little touch that Esther has is a black bow at the top of her head, behind the braids. So I'm going to try to recreate that. I somehow have to stick it onto my head. It's quite big. I don't know about this one. Or I can use a scarf. Okay, now on the other hand, this looks too big. But I'd rather have too big than too small. Maybe It will help make up for the lack of volume of braids on my head. Okay. I don't know. I can't get it on my head. Some progress. Okay. I think I'm getting there. There. Okay, let's have a round tour. I am very fond of this hairstyle. It's so cute. In my opinion, I did a good job recreating Esther Williams' hairdo. After some research, I found out that she did indeed use a fake braid in many of her scenes, which explains the volume. In the end, I decided to use the smaller bow after all, and find that it improved the look even more. Next up, I'll be trying to recreate Lauren Bacall's classic pageboy hairstyle from the 1946 film noir classic, The Big Sleep. I just adore this movie. It's a must-watch for any classic movie fan. Let's get started! A million bobby pins later. First off, I'm going to part my hair on the left. And then I'll brush everything out. I can achieve the pageboy effect by brushing my hair over my finger like this. There. Let's straighten the parting up a little. Now over here I want that nice big swoop. And I want everything to look nice and sleek. My hair is pretty loose at the moment. Hopefully it will hold up. Now to tidy it all up, especially at the back. Yikes! Okay, I think this is the best I can do. As I said before, my hair is very loosely curled at the moment, so it does make it a bit harder to work with, unfortunately. However, I think, considering the state of my hair, I did an alright job. In all honesty, I'm unhappy with the way this hairstyle turned out. My hair was simply not curly enough to be in the correct shape. I considered filming another attempt at this hairstyle, but ultimately didn't, as at the time of filming this particular segment of the video, I was fighting a fever from COVID, and now I feel like if I redid it, all my suffering would have been in vain. Last but certainly not least, I'm going to try to recreate what I think is the most iconic hairstyle in all of classic cinema. I'm talking about Gilda, starring Rita Hayworth, who's my favorite actress of all time. To tell you the truth, I put off trying this hairstyle until the very end because honestly, I'm terrified. Gilda's hair seems very difficult to achieve, and I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so I don't want anything to go wrong. Of course, I already know that my hair is not going to look exactly like Rita's, because for one thing, my hair is a lot shorter than hers, and secondly, I don't have a team of professional Hollywood hairstylists to help me. Still, let's give it a go, even if it's not going to be accurate. Oh, and I am going to try the iconic Gilda hair flip right at the end. Welcome back to Melina's horrendous hair studio. First, let's get this mess out of my hair. It's a bit of improvisation. And now I see it doesn't look too good, but Oh well, I already filmed the little talking bit, so it's too late. I didn't use a particular setting pattern for this. I just modified my usual one into a side parting. Hopefully it will help create a sort of Rita Hayworth shape. Brushing out. Ah, I think Gilda's hairstyle is on the right and not on the left. Interesting. No. It is on the left. So interesting that most partings are on the left. I wonder why. Now I'm just going to brush, brush, brush. I still don't know how to shape it, or maybe I don't shape it at all. Maybe the ends a little bit. It's certainly a lot more fluffy than the usual hairstyles I do. Honestly, maybe I have a chance. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just smoothing and tucking it under a little bit at the ends. Maybe I'll clip the front parts to shape them. So here. And yeah, just this whole front section is very wavy. And I think the bottom's fine like this. I'm going to use this brush now because for some reason my hair is so frizzy today and this one usually smooths it out. This part's actually very boring for you to watch. It's just me brushing my hair over and over. Sorry. What do you think? I wish I had an opinion right now. I don't know. I want to be careful not to shape it too much. It's not really a page boy. It's a very loose hairstyle. And my hair is not as short as I thought. It's not as long as Rita's for sure, but it does the trick. I'm going to try my best not to be so perfectionistic today. Yeah, I don't like this part. It is still frizzy, but I don't know. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I know I did so much in my earlier video, which you have to watch. But I think it looks good. I really do. It's a little bit frizzy at the back, but it's very close. Oh. Oh. What did I do? That piece of hair right there has a mind of its own. I say, please, can you curl inwards? And it's like, the hell is that noise? I think I'm finished. All in all, I'm very pleased with how this hairstyle turned out. I think it's my favorite one out of all the styles I tried. I was right about my hair not looking exactly like Rita's, since my hair is a good 15 centimeters too short and a little on the frizzy side, but nevertheless, I think I captured the original hairdo's essence and I am very proud of my efforts.
Gilda, are you decent?
Me?
And that's it! Thank you all so much for your time. I hope you had fun. I know I certainly did. Except that one time I had the fever, but you know what I mean. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel for more vintage style videos. Now it's time for my exclusive subscribers only goodbye song, so if you're not a subscriber, you know what to do. Either avert your eyes or simply just become a subscriber. It's that easy. Take it away, other Melina. Melina. Okay, that's the end of the video. See you next time. Bye for now.